Welcome back to Guess What Day It Is. It's time to update you on our booth. So the Brass Armadillo has set times where there are store-wide sales, and as renters, we have to participate in those sales. This particular sale is 15% off everything store-wide. It was for the weekend of July 4th. You're going to be watching this video well after the 4th. So there's some pros and cons. Obviously, losing 15% of your margin is kind of a challenge. For us, it's not that big of a deal. Most of the items that we're selling have we don't have any real money in, so it doesn't hurt as bad as if we were a reseller. If we had a 50 or 40% margin, that cuts it back pretty significantly. On the flip side, there's a lot more foot traffic. My daughter and I went on the Sunday of the weekend, and it was packed. There were a lot of people there, and it was a pretty productive weekend for us as well. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that until the end of this video. So let's take a break. Let's go and see what the booth looks like right now. Here's the booth for July 10th. We did some rearranging. We ended up taking out one of the shelves to comply with the wishes of the Brass Armadillo. Look too industrial. We have a good selection of DVDs. We still have a bunch left to go, but we'll probably do another batch to fill up the rest of the display and make it look nice and full. Next we have the Poly Perk. This is a 70s coffee pot, and it looks like it. It is straight out of the 70s. Still have the RCA Victor turntable. I think this is just a little too old for my target audience. We have two of these, so hopefully it sells. We've got a really cool Blatz beer sign. It has an incandescent bulb underneath. Everything works fine. We had to find a special bulb to fit underneath there, obviously. We still have the Crazy Axe. I'm not sure if that's going to stick around for too much longer. Phones are here. We did sell the green 500 model, so that's pretty cool. Kind of a hard sell here. We have a Wolverine tin oven and stove. This was actually my mom's. It's pretty awesome. A couple dishes in there as well. Got a VHS Be Kind and Rewinder. If you know, you know about that. Still have the microscope here. I have a hard time displaying this. I don't know if I should just keep the door propped open so people can see what's in there. Got a couple beer sign, or another beer sign. This is a Seagram 7. It lights up. It kind of looks like a neon once it's all lit. It's pretty cool. Very affordable as well. Still have the Kmart plate. See how that goes. Got a pair of Allied 3-way 10-inch woofer speakers. Late 60s, I think, early 70s. They sound very nice. Very nice wood cabinets. It's a nice wood veneer. It's in fairly good shape. Got a Scott's receiver, kind of on the lower end. I still think it's towards the 80s. Definitely different. It's actually got a pretty heavy transformer in it, so it sounds great. Pretty impressed by it, actually. Sanyo TV is still here. I am surprised that hasn't sold yet. Same with the Prison TV, that's still here. We got some DVD recorders. One is a Funai, whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's a DVD VHS recorder. Got some DVD ROMs included with that. We have a Magnavox DVD recorder. The internals are actually identical to the internals on that other one as well. So pretty interesting. Typical 2000s engineering. Pretty cheap stuff, but very effective. Very nice. Got a Pioneer CD player. This thing is absolutely fantastic. I was very close to keeping it. I decided not to. I've got a nice setup as it is. I don't need to keep this stuff. I've got the Atari 2600 Telegames is still here. Hoping it sells soon. We also have Bowling left. Out of the 4 cartridges, that's the only one that we have left in the box. Got the Minolta 16mm camera still there. Also had the Big Bang Canon. Thought for sure that would have sold for the 4th of July. Still have our binoculars. Added a couple of opera glass as well. Pretty neat. We've got the Magic Kit still there. Got the Paymaster check endorser, or I don't know what exactly you want to call it, check writer. Viewmaster stuff is still here, and so is the He-Man and Triclops. I am pretty shocked that's still there. Although Castle Grayskull sold, if you didn't notice. Waterful stuff is still here. Got a neat little stereo from the 1970s. It's got a backlit FM dial. It's round that turns on when you turn on the radio. Actually sounds really good for what it is. So that, like I said, straight out of the 70s. I think it's really cool looking. Still have the realistic wideband radio. And our little DVD player, or CD player. Still have the speakers. I'm trying to leave one of the grills off to see if that helps sell these things. It'd be nice to get them out of the booth. And we're down to 2 box sets on the DVDs. We've got the Homicide box set and Centennial. So those sold pretty well. And that's it. I think the booth's really coming together. Shelves look nice and full. We're going to continue to add more items. We're starting to really kind of catch up and get enough stuff to backfill whatever sells. And then we're going to add some power as well. We have power back there in the corner. It'd be really great to get the beer signs eliminated and get some light to compete with our neighbor. As you can see, it's quite bright over there. So that's going to do it for this week. Okay, it's time for the numbers. So for the week, including the 4th of July, we sold a grand total of $581.30. So that's pretty good. So the week before, we sold one item for about $35. So I think what happens, especially the regulars that know the schedules and everything, they probably don't buy anything the week before and wait for the sale weekend so they can maximize their dollar, which, I can't blame them. I would do the same thing. So I would say this kind of brings our sales average per week to about $325 per week, which I'm pretty happy about. So we have to cover the booth, which is about $119. So all in all, that's okay at this stage. So we're just getting our feet under us. Let's go over the things that sold. So we sold the Western Electric 500 rotary phone. It was a green one. Sold for $45, no discount. We sold the Sopranos DVD box set for $30, no discount on that. We sold the Woody Woodpecker Aladdin lunchbox for $30, no discount on that. Those were all before the sale, so that would be June 29th, and July 3rd. Then starting the weekend, we sold the Gremlins lunchbox. We had it listed for $20, ended up selling for $17 with the discount. We sold the Corningware set. So it was a new in box blue corn flour baking set. So that was listed for $90. We ended up selling that for $76.50. I'm very happy with that. We really couldn't find any comparable items with that, so we just kind of took a shot in the dark. The next item was the R2-D2 Art Center. So that was part of that episode 1 Star Wars new in the box items we had. That was listed for $28, sold for $23.80 with the discount. We sold the Pioneer SX680, which you have probably seen on the channel before. If not, I'm going to put a link right up here. It was listed for $200. It was 15% off, which brought it down to $170. I'm pretty happy with that. It was a mechanically sound receiver, sounded great, everything checked out. It was cleaned, and the pots and everything were cleaned and lubricated. Really solid, great sounding receiver. Some of the vinyl overlay was peeling off the front, so from an aesthetic point of view, it had a pretty good size blemish right in the front. So if it was a little nicer, I probably would have listed it closer to $250 to $300. $170, I'm very happy with that. We have no money in it, so it really turned out pretty good. The next item, we have the Regency MR10 wideband radio that sold. We actually have another one of those that are the same exact radio that's coming. That sold, it was listed for $65. We sold it for $55.25. We sold the Castle Grayskull. It was listed for $55, sold for $46.75. The Naboo Skittle dispenser with the 20-year-old Skittles in it, 25-year-old. That sold. We had it listed for $12, no discount, sold for $12. So that was on the 7th, so that was after the sale was over. We ended up selling a untested Philips VHS DVD combo for $30. And we ended up selling the Magnavox color monitor, which I used to have as part of my testing equipment here. My new test bench has a larger flat screen TV that's out of the way. So if you want to see about my new work area, click that button right there. And we have some new additions that are coming soon as well. So all that will probably air on our Friday upload. So we have kind of a business update on Wednesdays, and then we have kind of a tech upload on Fridays. So we go through all the electronics that we have, even some of the beer signs and all that. We do some initial testing, verify everything's working. If we find a problem, we try to not necessarily diagnose it, but try to pinpoint it and get in the right direction. We clean it and then kind of revisit it after that. So it's kind of more like the roots of this channel. They're not long segments. We don't spend an hour on a particular piece of equipment. It's more in the 3 to 5 minute range. So it's pretty quick fire. So if you're interested in that, you know, if you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, you will get notified for that. And once again, those come out on Fridays. So pretty exciting. I'm very happy with our progress so far. I'm working hard to keep the booth stocked. We had some feedback from the Brass Armadillo. One of the shelves we took out as a compromise. It was brought to our attention that the booth is too industrial. So I think we really were not, we really weren't finished getting set up, first of all. There's been some chaos in the Podorsky family as of late, so just trying to get our feet up underneath us with that and try to get the booth set up has been quite challenging. So we really haven't had much time to spend on it and get it merchandised correctly. We ended up getting a light in there, which helped quite a bit. One of the compromises that we had was to remove one of the shelves. So we've got 3 of them in there currently. We're going to put 2 kind of more conventional wooden shelves in there. One I have kind of picked out already. It is a older stereo cabinet. So it's going to be really great for displaying a turntable and some different things on that side. And then also it's got some good storage for some vinyl as well. So we do have quite a bit of vinyl records that we're going to sort through and get up in the booth as well. So it kind of serves 2 purposes, and that makes it less industrial. It also gives us some more storage for vinyl records. Another thing we kind of are lacking with these type of shelves is just a good place to put knickknacks. They don't really work on the wire shelves because there's big gaps between the wires and they don't really sit well. So we'll be looking for another shelf there as well. And also we're going to put some lighting in the corners. And I have some lights picked out that are color changing. So as we kind of make it look a little warmer, we can also change the colors to match whatever season, whether that's Halloween or Christmas or Valentine's Day, whatever. So that'll make it look a little bit nicer as well. So let me know if you have any ideas about the booth. We need to have the big shelves because we have a lot of big equipment and a lot of deep equipment as well. So what do you think would make the booth look nicer? Put it down in the comments. I value your opinion, especially those of you that have some resale background in antiquing. We are learning everything we can. We're still new at this. So all of your feedback is very much appreciated. And I very much appreciate you watching. Thank you again. Remember to hit like and subscribe, share this with your friends, and we will see you next time on Guess What Day It Is.